Here is Barkley. Left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley. Uh-oh! Barkley, goodbye! Dunk it in. Doncic, 47.
I'll give him a dunk. On a night you have 47 points, you get the benefit of the doubt.
Moss the back, Turris the snap. Moss the block. Burrow going deep. He's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase.
LeBron leaked out. They didn't see him. Here he is down court. It's up and in. Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer. 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor. With Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts. Curry gets free. Curry puts up a three. Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.
Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught! Touchdown!
Timeout. SGA. Probing. Piercing. Spinning. Hanging for the lead. And SGA knocks it down with just under a second to go. Hit road. Oh, come on! Justin Jefferson, you gotta be kidding. Makes it look so routine. Greatest catch that never existed in NFL history. Edwards puts up a three. It's good! Anthony Edwards once again. Edwards electricity here in game 4. Here's a first and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Baltimore! Is it Francis? Giannis says no! Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside! And both ends!
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. This is the Sharp Side. As always, we will recap yesterday first, but I guess somewhat differently. We'll recap the day before yesterday, as there was nothing on the slate yesterday. No sports. The day before, we went 2-3. We missed the Pascal under. I thought Poto was going to play. He didn't. Giddey over Sword. Zion over Sword. Sadiq Bey missed. He had 15, and Donovan missed. He finished with 27. So 2-3 the day before, bringing our year-to-date number to, I recapped it in the Discord, 1 second. Also, I will drop a Discord link down below. I am streaming today. I wasn't going to, but this will be the last day I stream throughout the weekend. So NBA year-to-date numbers are NBA year-to-date, 133, 115 plus 39.33 units. NFL year-to-date, 131, 112 plus 13.44 units. NCAA basketball, 8-0 plus 9 units. Let's get into today's slate. We've got some comments. Miss Herway, Merry Christmas. Appreciate you tapping in. Shorty, as always, appreciate the likes and I appreciate the retweets. Merry Christmas to everybody tapping in this morning. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Safe travels if you're traveling on the road today. And I appreciate you for spending a little bit of time here on Christmas Day with me. Knicks game is about to tip. It just tipped. I'll give out what I have. I've posted all of my plays that I've released underneath of the stream here. The play I have 2 plays in this game. Jalen Brunson under. Do I have to be on YouTube TV to watch this? I don't think so. Yeah, hold on. Let me pull this game up. Jalen Brunson under 29.5 points, and then OG Anunoby over 4.5 rebounds are the 2 plays I had in this game. And then I did post a small lotto. Josh Hart triple-double, Luka triple-double. I will say that the Josh Hart assists would be the biggest fear in that game, but in terms of the triple-double. But definitely still ran it. Used my FanDuel 30% boost on the Josh Hart Luka triple-double. Broderick, appreciate you tapping in, brother. Appreciate that a lot. So just quickly going through my thoughts in this one. I leaned over Cat's rebounds. Did not run that one officially. OG over 4.5. I ran. Got a little better than that number than that, but you could probably get a better number live. And then Brunson, I got it at 30.5. It closed 28.5. Most books ran the under 30.5. So we'll make that rather quick. I am going to try to be quick on stream today. Not a lot of fluff. Give you guys my plays, why I like those plays, and then we'll keep it moving. Let me pull up all the leans here. This notebook. I did lean over Mikal Bridges in the Knicks game, but that one's already happened. So let's move on. I will say I did lean over Donovan Mitchell's threes. So I had a lot of leans in this game, but only a few officials. All the leans were Brunson under his points, Towns over his rebounds, OG over his rebounds, Bridges over his rebounds, Hart over his rebounds. A lot of rebounds over there. Donovan over his threes, Darius under his assists. That game's already started though, so let's move on to the next one. San Antonio. I ran Wemby over his points here. So he ran 25 minutes in the championship game. I think he could play into the low 30s here today. It's his 7th game back from injury, from 25 to 32 points. This season, averaging 32, 40, and 24, though. Last 20 over in 16 of those 20. Average of 23.2 points per game. Really think you could ladder Wemby up here. So Wemby's points, that was pretty easy for me to get down on. This one I haven't bet yet, but I was interested in a Castle PAs. I mean, need I really say more? Yeah, I still do really like this Castle PAs, man. If you're watching on Twitter, man, drop a like, drop a retweet. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Completely free over there. Appreciate y'all for tapping in on YouTube as well. Put a tweet down at the bottom of the stream. Those are all the plays I had released through last night. If that sweeps, I'm going to give away $50 to one winner. Shout out to John and Mark Burnside for winning the 2 last week. Got those 2 paid out. Appreciate y'all too. Those are daily supporters, likes, retweets, watching streams, comments. Appreciate y'all that are regularly tapped in. Also like Shea's assists in this game. So I ran Wemby's points over, right? I like Shea over his assists. Head-to-heads this season, he had 8 in the last game, 5 in the one before. He had 16 potentials in that game, though, which is a good sign. Let's go see what they are in assists allowed to point guards per game. 6th. Not real good. Yeah. Nick, appreciate you tapping in. If you look under, you're on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know how to post that on YouTube. So the picks are, I'll rattle them off real quick. OG over 4.5 rebounds. Wemby over 17.5 points. Steph over 27.5 points. Anthony Edwards over 28.5 points. Jamison Williams, 60-plus receiving yards. And Jared Goff over 244.5 passing yards. Those are the plays. I'll add them through as we go. This one right here, we do have Wemby over 17.5 points, and that one is still available. I do like Castle's PAs over and Steph's assists over in this one as well. Those 2 are more leans. Any requests from the chat in this game before I move on? Like I said, I want to be in and out of here somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. I know we all have things to be doing today, so. I did already go through the slate, so I know there was nothing else for me to talk about. Let's go to Dallas versus Golden State. This Steph number has moved a good bit. We got it at 27.5. It's going to be a volume spot for me. If we look last 10, 30 minutes, which I think is like very low for Curry, 21.9 attempts per game. Christmas Day, I really don't think we're seeing less than 20 field goal attempts. This season, when he has 20 or more field goal attempts, Orlando, his last game is the only game he went under. He had 26. He's averaging 38.9 on the season, though. I think, 38 might be a little high, but I do really like Steph, even over his current line of 29.5 points. Curry assists. I don't have anything wrote down on it, so let's look into it a little bit more. Over in 7 of 7 versus Dallas, though none of those are this year. I don't have an opinion one way or the other on Curry's assists. No, I don't have an opinion. I guess I would say if I had to bet, I'd bet over. If I had to bet, I'd bet over. But I like his points better in this spot. I think we get a lot of volume out of him. Anthony Davis over his rebounds. I almost bet this. It was 11.5 for a really good price last night, like 125. I should have bet it. Now they're like 130, 140. So this, and a couple of these are like really good rebounding teams. So like you take Golden State and Denver out of this. I mean, Houston even, they've got the double big lineup. Like I think Anthony Davis soars over that 11.5 rebounds. I love the 12 plus rebounds. Not upset at like a 13 plus as well, but 12 plus 140, I think there's still plenty of value there. Najee Marshall points has been, absolutely printing as of late. Not mad at a Najee Marshall over 12.5 points. PAs have been money as well. Lean over that. But the only official is Steph. Yeah, I do really like Anthony Davis. Q from Cincy, appreciate you tapping in, brother. Appreciate the like, appreciate the retweet. Big Dave, appreciate you tapping in. Yes, sir. Let's sweep. What's going on now with my computer? Okay, here we go. Scores 5-0 Cleveland in the Knicks game. Brunson has still yet to score. We love that. Yeah, still yet to score. We love that. Okay, I really like AD's rebounds here, and I do think I ran it in a builder parlay. Okay, so I ran a builder. I love the Anthony Edwards double-double here. I ran a builder, Steph 25, Anthony Davis 10-plus rebounds. So I love the double-double look is there. You could just build Steph 25, AD double-double. You know, you probably get a little better odds than me. I locked that in at -123. So I do like that for AD. I've seen some people say Clay's threes. I do think the volume's going to be there like you're crazy if you think he's not going to chuck. Averaging 11 attempts per game versus Golden State, three-pointers that is. So I'm not mad at the over 2.5, 3.5 for Klay Thompson there as well. Moving on to Houston versus the Lakers. I have nothing in this game. I lean under assists for Austin Reeves. 4.5, but the line's moved. Clearly, I'm blind. Yeah, this was like 4.5, 135, 140 last night. This line's moved on us, so I just wish I bet it earlier, but lean under that 4.5 number for Reeves. And then Luka over his points. I think the Lakers are going to put him in a lot of ISO situations. Houston struggles versus ISO. They don't have anyone to guard him one-on-one. So Luka over. There were definitely good 32.5s out there this morning. Yeah, there's plenty of 32.5 out there. So I lean over the Luka 32.5. Also, not a popular one, but I lean under Sengun. Okay, yeah, this was 30.5 last night. I lean under the Sengun PRs. Did not run it officially, obviously moved the way I thought it would, but I do lean under there as well. Moving on to the Minnesota game, Anthony Edwards basically said he's getting a 30 ball today. I locked in over 28.5 points. I ran the over 28.5 points. This has moved 2 points since I moved it. Make sure you have notifications on. Also, you can join the Discord. Let me put a free, if you look under the live, there is a 7-day free trial to the Discord. Get all the plays over the holidays, over the weekend, all of these before they move. King Cabano, appreciate you tapping in. Merry Christmas. That being said, just because the Discord's getting promoted doesn't mean anything changes here. We will still be going live every day, giving out all the plays free here every day. Jokic under 30.5. This one moved. I still like it a little bit at 29.5. Rudy rebounds. Someone else requested that. I think it was in the Discord. Rudy's rebounds is hard because the minutes have been up recently. He's played well recently, but I think the head-to-head has been bad in the last few, but really good before that. Yeah, he had 4 in the last matchup in low minutes. Low minutes, the matchup earlier this season, he only had 8 rebounds. I don't have a good feeling either way, over or under for him. Donovan Mitchell going off on Christmas. Let's go. Let me look at something real quick. Both were somewhat competitive too. No, I don't have any opinion on Rudy Gobert. Let's go talk about Jabari Smith. Jabari might be a pretty decent look. Actually, Jabari's a pretty good look. Jabari Smith's points is a pretty good look here. Yeah, I like the 15 plus, minus 120 at some books. I do really like the Jabari Smith points. I'm not mad at that. I definitely could support that. 1 second here. Appreciate all the likes and the retweets. Appreciate everybody for tapping in on this Christmas morning. Getting everything I've played up in the jumbo now. I'm adding the NFL plays here as well, just so you have them now. I just noticed I wrote the write-up wrong, but that's okay. I actually played the Jared Goff stuff 10 yards cheaper, but his line has moved. So I'm going to track it versus the line that I said. So that's fine. 244.5 is still good to go. You were able to bet that 235.5 at Rivers and DraftKings last night, but that's fine. That's the current line. So that's what we'll track against anyways. I still really like that line. His 3-pointers, Jabari Smith threes. I hate that they're giving us 2.5 super plus money instead of just a cool 1.5 minus 130. I kind of like the points over. Threes make sense versus my Lakers. 100% threes make sense versus my Lakers. If he gets the threes, he gets the points though. So I like them both. I can't bet field goals, so okay, you're talking about NFL field goals. Gotcha. I thought you spelled Will Richard wrong. Will Record. Gotcha. We'll get to NFL. Jabari Smith, like the points over. Let's move. I have no opinions on KD. I know people are big on KD today. No opinions there. Lean over Luka, lean under Reeves assists. Moving on to Minnesota. Played Anthony Edwards overs. I will say I lean over assists for Julius Randle. Lean over here. Lean under rebounds for Julius Randle. Lean under here. Lean over threes, Dante DiVincenzo, but you see the price 172. Not so interested in it. So those are my thoughts in those three spots for the NFL. Every NBA bet I have ran is down here at the bottom. Wemby over 20 or 17.5. Steph over 27.5. OG over 4.5 boards. Brunson under 30.5 points. Ant Edwards over 28.5 points. Jamison Williams 60 plus. Jared Goff over 234.5 is what I played it at. 244.5 is still actually fine. All right, as I said, going to be a quick episode. Let's move on to the NFL. 3 games today. Dallas versus Washington. I like Dak's passing yards over. Washington's secondary is trash. They should contain time of possession well. If you're betting this, you're betting, hoping, and praying that the game stays competitive. They could lead to just hand the ball off, which is why I also lean over Javonte Williams, 73.5. Also don't mind the touchdown, but price is dog shit. So, do I have anything official in this game? No, not yet. Probably won't end up with anything official either. Do lean over a George Pickens. He's absolutely bald. Think the volume will be there. Had 82 in the matchup earlier this season. What did Dak have? It's almost impossible for me to bet on the 264. It's impossible for me to bet on Washington at this time. So nothing for me on the Washington side, nothing for me on the Dallas side, to be honest. Moving on to the Detroit game where I do have 2 plays. Jared Goff, passing yards over. Okay, that should be enough. And then J-Mo, receiving yards over this season. This is Dan Campbell calling plays. I know Amon's been questionable in and out, but don't think we need to look too far into that. Pickens and CD touchdowns. I don't hate that. You could run that as a little lay. I just wanted to go through everything that I've officially given out, and that is everything that I have officially given out on Christmas. Want to open it up to the chat. Any requests, NBA or NFL? We've got NFL first game starting in 30. NBA's already started, and I'm probably going to be out of here in the next 15 minutes. So any requests on the NBA or NFL slate? I'm going to check our current positions real quick. Damn, Donovan Mitchell's got 10 already. Brunson has 4. We're looking good with Brunson. Hart, 2-1-2. Triple-double is alive. Jovic, triple-double. Nikola Jovic, does Miami play today, or are you talking about Jokic? Let's go here. Yeah, I do like Jokic triple-double. Yeah, absolutely like Jokic triple-double. Triple-double in each of his last 3 matchups versus triple-double in each of his last 3 matchups versus Minnesota. I do like Jokic triple-double. What's the best price? 118 at MGM. Yeah, and we could go, he's playing huge minutes tonight. Over in 6 of his last 10 with 36-plus minutes. Yeah, I love Jokic over. Yeah, you're right. Incentives are in play for Pickens. What does he need? Is it 80 yards and a touchdown before the end of the year to secure a couple $100,000, I believe? Chet points. I really didn't spend much time on Chet points today, so let's talk about it. We're going to do this too. I'm going full camera off. All right, so Chet, 7 in the last matchup, 17 in the matchup prior. I don't know, to be honest. I don't have an opinion on Chet. I don't like the over. I don't like the under. Chet I think that line is right where it's supposed to be honest with you. No opinions on Chet. Really quick, I just want to give out all the plays. Now I will quickly go through again and just see. We don't have to talk about Cleveland. So Castle here is one that I really like. And we can go back and check now that I've dropped all the plays. Maybe we can go back and check a few. FanDuel's the last 22.5, 23.5 would be everywhere else. Oh no, Fanatics is 22. I definitely like the Castle. Minnesota looks willing to kick them. King Cabana, are you who dropped the field goal play last week? Because I tailed it, I bet it, we won it. Hold on, let me look up the weather. Let me look up the weather for this game. They are playing today, game time 4:30. Dome Stadium indoors. Okay, good deal. Yeah, I think I might have to take this. Props.cash. We need a dome filter. I do like his field goals, bro. I'm not going to talk you off of it. Minus 130 at DK is a good look. MGM's a good look. I like it. I do like it a lot. All right, we're 30 minutes, 27 minutes in. Is that the last request? If so, I'm gonna jump off here. It was just quick little stream. Everybody that's been tapped in, appreciate y'all for regularly tapping in. Wanted to give y'all all the plays that I have out. That is everything I have out. I will say I don't have the builders posted. Let me give y'all the builders real quick. Devon's threes. I think he's hit it in both. Yeah, he had 4 and 3. What was his volume? 9 and 8. 3 at plus money. Yeah, I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. Because the volume's been pretty static. Let's go 7 plus. Makes sense versus OKC. Yeah, I like it. You're getting plus money on a really nice hit rate. I like the volume spot. I do really like that. All right. Yeah, we're going to call it. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Best of luck tonight. I will catch y'all Monday. Merry Christmas to all.